What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be learning how to make your first GitHub repository. We're going to use GitHub, GitHub Desktop, and Visual Studio Code. Let's get into it. So first we're going to go into GitHub. So from whatever page you're on, we're going to go to the top right. We're going to go to your repositories, start a new repository, and from here we can name it anything we want. I'm going to name it my first project. Description. Oh, it's already taken. I already have something named that. Let's do my favorite project. There we go. Description, you can leave it blank. Public, add a README file. No git ignores for a license. We'll do MIT license. Okay, great. Now we've created the repository. So from here, we're going to click on code for the dropdown. Now we're going to have to download GitHub Desktop. I already have it downloaded, but if you don't, we're going to go to this page. I'll put this link in the description below. You're going to download it for your selected operating system. Great, get that downloaded. Once that's downloaded, we're now going to open with GitHub Desktop. Open it up. It's going to clone it. Hit clone. And there we go. We now have it set up on our computer. With this now, we're going to open in Visual Studio Code. And there we have it. We have our basics set up. We have our license and our README. Now that we're all set up, what we're going to do is we're going to create some files. First file we're going to create is the index.html. Another one we're going to make is a styles.css. Think about this as the main page, and then think about this as how you style your main page. So what we're going to do next, we're going to put shift exclamation mark. Going to give you a shortcut. You are going to enter. And it is now giving you your basic doc type setup. Now that we have this page set up, how do we link these two files? So this is what we're going to have to link. Line 7, start to type this out, link rel style sheet type href styles.css. So what this does, it now ties styles.css to our index.html page. So now that it's linked, let's first go to a live view of this. So at the bottom right, hit go live. Over here, and it's a blank page. There's nothing there, right? But we go back here, follow along. If we type in h1, this is header 1. Let's do a basic thing. Let's talk about ourselves, right? More or less like a portfolio. So let's say about me. Okay. We're gonna go live. Very simple right now, but we just have a bold text saying about me. So how do we make this better, right? This is an about me, but what about you are you going to talk about? So another thing we could put in here is a paragraph. We're going to type P, enter. Now we can say, so under about me, right? Let's talk about my favorite in this project, I will talk about my favorite movie, video game, and animal. Go over here, refresh. About me, right? So like, what are we going to talk about? In this project, I will talk about my favorite movie, video game, and animal. And super cool. So from here, what we can do is we can now jump down. We're going to put in H2. is header 2. So from here, we can break it down. Let's start with movie, right? That was the first thing on our list. Movie. Underneath it, paragraph. My favorite movie is... I'm going to say Oppenheimer. I just saw that recently. I think I spelled that right. Okay, cool. Jump down. Continue with the header 2s. Next thing on the list is video game. I'm going to say one of my favorites is Zelda. Awesome. Break it down even more. Header 2 once again on line 20. And we're going to say animal. Paragraph. Favorite animal. I have a cat, so I'm going to say cat. We're going to click over. We're going to oh, it's already refreshed. There we go. About me. In this project, I will talk about my favorite movie, video game, and animal. Header 2, we see the difference. Header 1 is larger. Font size goes down. Next one, we have video game, Zelda, animal, cat. These are just a few things that we can work on. But now let's talk about the styles.css page and what it can do. So now that in our body, line 10 to line 22, we've written everything we want to talk about. I understand for this project, it's very simple, very entry level, but let's just say this is the data that we want to put on our website. So going from this, I've never seen a website like this. I doubt you have as well. It's a terrible website, right? So how can we make it better? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to styles.css, and now we're going to edit all of our data here. So first, let's start with the body, right? Let's do a black background. I'm just going to show some options that we can do. So body, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go here. And then we're going to do curly brackets. And then from here, we're going to talk about what we want to do to the body. So we are going to there we are. It's all switched. But of course, though, the text goes away, though, because we can't see it, right? So when we look at the text in here, let's move to H1 now. So with H1, we're going to jump down. We're going to go to H1, curly bracket, line down. And now we're going to say just color, because we just want to change the text color. It's implied, it's a text block. We're going to change it to, they call this Alice Blue, white basically. And there we have it. We're slowly having the text appear again. So let's do this with our H2. This is going to change all our header 2s. So that was, we had movie, video game, and animal. So we're going to change this to Alice Blue. And additionally, now within these header 2s, we have to talk about the paragraphs. So we are going to change that as well. So we're going to put P, curly bracket, line down, color, and we're going to hit Alice Blue. And now we can see that we've basically flip-flopped. We had a white background with black text, and now we flipped it to where it's a black background with white text. But you can change the color to anything, right? Let's do, go back up here to line 2, and we can change it to a scary yellow, orange, kind of like an orange going on ish. See? any color you want, whatever your taste is. I'm going to keep it at 000 values for RGB. So great, we've written out all the knowledge we want. We've also stylized it to a certain degree. We haven't done much, but we'll go into it more. So with this being said, my cat, right? I tell you a cat, but you have no idea what my cat looks like. What if I want to put an image into this website so you understand what my cat looks like? So we're going to do that. And then also, what about audio? While you're scrolling through this about me, what if I want to put some smooth jazz on so you can hear it? These are two things that we're going to do right now. Okay, great. So I've put an image into the folder as well as the MP3 file. So cat.jpg, right? Click on it. This is my cat. His name is Taro. I love him dearly. So this image, right, I want to place on my website. So we're going to go to line 22. We're simply going to type img. Source, it has to match identical to this. So we're going to put cat dot, there we go, it pops up. Alt, we're going to just name it cat. So great, here we have it. We've put the image in, but of course this is terribly spaced. This is terrible. We see half of his face, very enlarged, does not fit the website properly. So now our issue is cat.jpg. It does not show how we want it to show. We want it to fit inside of our website. So how can we do that? We're going to go to line 22. You're going to create what we call a class. Class equals to quotation. And then from here, we are going to call it fit, right? We want the image to fit inside of our website. From here, we're going to go to our style sheet. I already have it copied. We're going to paste this in. And we are going to type .fit. Fit is the name of our class, and dot is how you call that class. Curly bracket. We are then going to put display block, margin and margin left and margin right, auto. And then our width is going to be 50%. You're going to type that all in. And once we have that, here we have it. We have Taro sitting there and your breakdown of what you're talking about. But it's a little off though, right? We put the image in the center. So let's bring all this text over and center it. So to do that, we're going to go under, starting with our headers. So we're going to go to text, align, center. Header 2, text, align, center. And our paragraphs, text, align, center. There we have it. It looks a little better. Now we're going from the center down. Great. So now we have all this set up. But what if you want to play some music while you're scrolling through this about me? What we're going to do for that is we're going to go into our body, and we can place this anywhere inside of our page. But for this, we're going to start at the top. You can play the music as you scroll, right? So what we're going to put in is we're going to put in this. Audio controls. Our source also has to match our file. So jazz.mp3. And type is our audio/mpeg. We're going to close it off. Let me clean this up. Now we have this. We're going to go down to port, go live. And there we have it. So now let's play it. You're reading, you're reading, you're reading while listening. Now you're looking. On top of this now, we have everything we want to put in here. But look at this tab, right? Document, right? If I had 10 tabs open document, I would be a little confused over time of what it is. So let's make this whole tab personal to yourself. So we're going to go over to Visual Studio Code, go to line 8, click on document, and then from here we can change it to whatever we want. So I'm going to change this to about me. You go back over and it changes. And like I said, you can change it to anything you want. So let's say there we go. My website. So now we have everything set up. We have our text, we have our images, and we have our audio. We've learned how to like lay them out. So within our repository, how can we save our changes? So we're going to go to GitHub Desktop. These are all the changes you've added, right? All the pluses. From here, we're going to go to summary. So we're going to type, it's not the final, right? We have so much to do on it, but let's just say website skeleton. Given a structure, right? Description, we can say a few things. We can say added audio, text, and image. So now we're going to commit to main. We're going to push origin. And so now we've committed to main all of our changes, right? So how is it going to show on our repository page on GitHub? I'm going to Command R, refresh. And there we go. Everything has been changed and updated with our comments. If you missed my previous video about VSC, check this video out and you can learn how to get this installed on your computer. Throughout this video, if you got confused or lost, send a comment below and I'll be sure to answer it. And with that being said, if you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe. Have a good one.